Hey there! In today's world, a single soundbite, just a few seconds on camera, can literally define your entire organization. That's why mastering the media isn't just a nice-to-have skill anymore, it's absolutely essential. So today, let's talk about what it really takes to become a spokesperson who is not just effective, but truly confident.
And let me ask you this, is your reputation media-proof? Seriously, think about it for a second. Your company's credibility, something you've worked years to build, can be put on the line in a single moment. It could be a camera crew showing up unannounced, a tweet that blows up, or a tough print interview. So the big question really is, when that spotlight inevitably finds you, are you going to be ready?
All right, let's get into it. The Modern Media Challenge. And let's be real, it's a high-stakes world out there. But the rewards for getting it right, they're huge. Every single time you talk to the media, it's like you're at a fork in the road. Down one path, that's your opportunity. You get to shape how people see your brand, build up that all-important credibility, and really drive your own story. But down the other path, that's where the risk is. We're talking a damaged reputation, losing public trust, and basically just handing over control of your own narrative. Every interview, every statement, it's a choice between those two outcomes.
Because here's the thing you have to remember. You are the face and the voice of your organization. When you step up to that microphone, you're not just Jane or John Doe. Nope. Your words, they become the company's words. Your calm demeanor, that becomes the company's stability. It is a huge, huge responsibility.
So, how do you handle all that pressure and actually turn it into an advantage? Well, that's what we're here for. Let's talk about your path to mastery, because there is a definitive solution.
And this isn't about just reading a book or listening to a lecture. We're talking about gaining real, tangible skills, things you can actually use. You're going to learn how to really understand your role, how to develop and deliver key messages that stick, how to handle those really tough questions with total confidence, yeah, even the hostile ones. We'll even cover crisis communication, the end goal, to build that lasting confidence and credibility that makes you a truly great spokesperson.
Okay, so where do we start? Well, like with any great structure, it all begins with building a solid foundation. So we're gonna dive into building your core skills. These are the absolute fundamentals that will give you real confidence.
We break it all down step by step. First up, we'll make sure you deeply understand your role. Then, and this is huge, we'll teach you how to distill all that complex information into short, compelling sound bites. After that, we dive into interview techniques, everything from body language to just managing those nerves. And finally, you'll get the tools to handle tough questions, like using bridging to pivot right back to the message you want to deliver. It keeps you in the driver's seat.
And believe me, when you master the art of developing your message, everything changes. You're not just reacting and answering questions anymore. No way! You are actively shaping the narrative. You're the one guiding the story and making sure your key points land every single time.
All right, so once you've got that solid foundation, it's time to turn up the heat. We move on to thriving under pressure. This is where we show you how to excel when it really matters most. And that means preparing for the ultimate test, crisis communication. I mean, there's no bigger challenge for a spokesperson than a full-blown crisis, right? This is when the entire future of an organization can hang in the balance, and clear, calm communication is everything.
So in a crisis scenario, you're going to learn exactly what to do. You'll learn how to develop crystal clear messages that cut through the chaos, how to convey information with empathy, and how to stay calm even when the pressure is intense, all to protect your organization's reputation when it's needed most.
But look, a crisis isn't the only time you'll be in the hot seat. So what about those hostile interviews? We've all seen them, right? When the interviewer isn't there to get information, they're there to make you stumble. It's a trial by fire.
Well, we prepare you for exactly that. You'll learn specific techniques to diffuse that tension and redirect the conversation. You'll be able to handle aggressive questions with complete professionalism and, most importantly, maintain control of the interview and your message. It doesn't matter how intense it gets, you'll know what to do. And you see, when you put all of this together, the core skills, the pressure-tested techniques, that's when the real transformation happens. This is about becoming that credible, impactful voice that your organization absolutely needs. But it's not just about learning tricks and techniques. It's about ethical spokespersonship. It's about upholding the highest standards of transparency and honesty, because true, lasting credibility, that comes from building trust, and trust is, without a doubt, your most valuable asset. And how are you going to learn all this? By doing it. This is not some boring lecture series. We use a hands-on approach. We're talking real-world case studies, interactive discussions, and immersive mock interviews. We even have gamification to test your skills in a fun way. And the best part? You get individualized feedback and coaching. You're going to practice these skills until they feel like second nature.
Ultimately, this training is all about empowering you. It's designed to take you from a position of anxiety, which, let's be honest, a lot of us feel about the media, to a position of genuine authority and control. It's a total game changer.
So I'll ask you again, are you ready to be the voice your organization needs? When that spotlight finds you, will you be prepared to step up as that confident, credible, and impactful leader who can thrive in today's media world?